not joking. All my guys, them know me.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back again to my channel. My name is Melissa, and if you're new, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, very important, so that whenever I post, you'll be the very first to find out. So people, I came across a very interesting video on Instagram, and it's something I think I really want to talk about. Before I start, put a finger down if you've never sent money to Africa. Like if you're an African and you're watching me, if you've never sent money to Africa, put a finger down. All my fingers are up because this is a culture for me. This is something I always do. This is something I've been doing for a very long time. Supporting my family, supporting my friends, just being there for people as much as I can. But trust me, every single action comes with consequences. It could be positive or it could be negative. And believe me, the most important thing that you can do for yourself is putting yourself first before any other thing. Just don't make that mistake of putting people first before yourself, because you're going to regret it 100%. Anyway, let me not talk too much. Let's just watch what this young man has to say. It's a 2 minute video, but trust me, you're going to learn something from it. So let's just watch the video.
Stop sending people money in Africa. These guys are not struggling. They just need extra cash. You are the one making your life a living in America. You are the one making your life stress-free in America. You are the one making your life depressive because you are here worrying about an adult that is not physically challenged. You are worrying how to pay their house rent. Why will you be giving an adult money? Somebody who is not physically challenged, you are working to pay their bills. Why would you be paying somebody's house rent in Africa and you are squatting in America? Like placing an adult on salary while you are struggling here with your 2 jobs. You are the one making your life a living hell. Stop it. You get the point. Listen, a struggling person don't lead an upright person. If you do, they will push you aside and move on. These guys will still be the one that will mock you tomorrow if you fail. Yeah, look at him. He spent all his life in America and he didn't achieve anything. But forgetting that they are the reason why he did not achieve anything in America. You understand? Put yourself first. If you succeed, you can help people. But while you are struggling, stop making your life a living hell. Stop trying to be a good person. You understand? People in this life don't have memory. They quickly forget. The only time they will remember you is that time they are getting something from you. Hence that thing cease. Bro, they've forgotten you. You understand? And they will come back and mock you tomorrow. You wasted all your life in America and you didn't achieve anything. Wake up now. Anything that is not related to children or maybe sickness, that sickness, you still need to verify it before you give out your money. You need to go and see the kind of life these guys are living. See, the only person you are owing is your parents. You don't owe no adults any penny, any cent. You are not making them good. You're actually destroying the society. You are destroying them. Because for you to make money, you have to give service. Money is not free. Money doesn't fall from heaven. And somebody who you are giving so much money will not have the time to go and give service to the society. Because he or she feels that I have somebody who pays my bill in America. I know you love them and you want to see them succeed in life, but that is not the way forward. The only way to assist somebody is to call the person, what do you want to do with your life? You understand? Settle the person and let the person know, never in your life bother me again. Stop yourself, you understand, and start living. If you are not living, you cannot help a living person, because I know most of you are not living. You are just here just to pay people's bill in Africa. Stop it. You understand? Stop it and put your life first. You get the point now.
Hey guys, people have listened to what this young man has to say. Honestly, I agree with him to an extent. I'll be an hypocrite if I come out here and say, don't send money to Africa, don't support your people, they are too entitled. I will be an hypocrite, because most of you following me on here know that my sister came to the UK a year ago, and believe me, it was more like 80% from me. Like, she got a whole lot of support from me, ranging from constructing a CV to a visa application. Myself and my husband, we literally pulled the force. But then again, in relation to what this young man said, if you want to send money home, if you want to support your family, let it be for a good cause. Don't just be sending money just like that because you feel like, okay, I need to support these people. Let it be that you're pouring water into a drum and waiting for the drum to fill up. Don't just be pouring water into an empty basket where the water will just be leaking out and be leaking out. No end results, aim, not just aimlessly sending money home, if that makes sense. So that's why I said, to an extent, I support this man's notion. From the things he said, he was dwelling more on Nigerians, or rather Africans in America. I live in the UK, so I'm going to be talking based on things that are happening in the UK, which of course my channel is mainly all about. So my first point would definitely be, know the kind of family that you come from. It's very key, it's important. In my last week content, I talked about my young content creator that built a mansion for his family, even though he said he gifted this to his parents, but we all know that the house belongs to him. But then again, he doesn't live in Nigeria, he lives here. And I remember when he was doing the house, he was saying, this is my brother's room, this is my mother's room. My mother can finally live in a house with refrigerator, with AC, with microwave, with oven, a tiled house. And he was saying it with so much pride. He was so proud of himself. He was so happy to be doing such a thing for his parents. Now, this is a young man that knows his family dynamics, that understands his roots, that knows where he is coming from, and he has clearly decided that I am going to put my family first before me. Good and fine, because even in his subsequent videos, he mentioned that he jumps on buses, he jumps on trains, he doesn't have a car, and that's because he doesn't want to invest in one. Not like he cannot afford one, but he doesn't want to bother himself with the stress of having to get an insurance, buy a car, paying road tax, and all the numerous expenses that comes with buying a car. So in that situation, he clearly placed his family before himself. I remember one of his videos where he was celebrating his younger brother that just graduated from, I think, one of these Russian universities. I think the guy studied pharmacy or medicine, one of these medical courses, and he was so proud. Like, this right here is my investment, because he literally trained his brother to study abroad, to study medicine abroad. That's really for a good cause, because in turn, this is younger brother is going to stand strong someday. I support that notion 100%. But a situation whereby where you are, you're not even comfortable. Like, we all know, for example, down to the UK, a lot of people are facing a whole lot of challenges, and that is something I always bring to light on my channel. A lot of people right now, they are worrying sick about getting a sponsorship, worrying sick about their studies, worrying sick about getting a job. It is very difficult. And now, because you feel like you have to be there for your family, you now have to starve. You now have to stay in a very uncomfortable place, when you know fully well that you can be able to afford a comfortable place, but because you've checked your account, you've checked your tax bracket, and you're like, if you stay in this place, you may not be able to raise funds for your family. In that kind of situation, I wouldn't really support it, because there are some instances that you have to place yourself first before others, to be very fair. Like I said, I'll be an hypocrite if I come in and say, don't send money to Africa, because honestly, I send money home every month. Yes, I send money to my mom, and my mom is the only person I cater to. Like, I don't know even have a father. Like, I lost my father years ago. So we are just three in my family: me, my sister who is here, and my brother. My brother is doing well. He's doing fine for himself. He's a pharmacist. So I just know that, okay, my mom, you're my project. And at the end of the day, how much do I even send to her? That's the thing. And the funny thing is that my mom is someone that will never, ever ring you for money. Like, my mother, she will never ring you for money. My mom personally would really never do that, and I don't know why she does that. Maybe because she takes care of herself, she doesn't have any responsibility anymore. It's just herself. She's contented with her salary. But then I feel like, okay, mommy, you're my responsibility, so I'm not gonna come out here and say, don't send money to Africa, because I send money home every month. Like, I comfortably send my mom money, and I'm not stretching myself to do that. I do it effortlessly. Like, it doesn't even take me anything to do that. But assuming I was in a situation whereby I'm worrying sick about getting a job, even though I'm worrying sick about getting a job now, but then again, I have a very supportive husband. Like, my husband is there for me 100%. He looks after me, he caters for me, so I'm not really so desperate about getting a job. But then, as I mean, I didn't have any support. I'm just thinking about getting a COS, getting sponsorship. I'm under heat, under lots and lots of pressure to get a sponsorship because I know that my visa will soon be expiring. In that situation, there's no way I will not put myself first. There's no way I will be thinking about my mom, sending her money when I know that okay, she can still look after herself. I wouldn't do that. I would think about myself, focus on myself first before I'm able to think about any other thing. Now I know lots of people in Africa say the continent is bad, is not moving forward. Okay, I know understand that there are some African countries that are doing well. So let me just narrow it down to the country I know, my country of birth, Nigeria. I'm Nigerian, by the way. So in Nigeria, there are a lot of things that is going on right now. Economic downturn. But then again, it's not only Nigeria that is experiencing economic downturn. Even here in this country where I live, UK, we are experiencing a whole lot. I came out here in my last content to ask people if they're able to save, how are they coping? Because everything is rising. Every single thing is rising. So it's not just Africa. It also applies to the Western world. I live in the UK, and trust me, things are not really the way it used to be. So if you're in Africa ranting about things, how things are getting expensive, how things are getting bad, it's same here. You're not just alone. We are bearing the same thing here. Like our income is barely enough for our expenses. So you're not just alone. So another thing I want to stretch on is entitlement. There are a lot of Africans that are so entitled. I was reading something on Instablog and someone said she sent 10k to somebody in Nigeria, and the person was like, what's this 10k for? That UK people want 10k is safe. I understand that people feel like, oh, 10k is small, especially for contributions. Let's say your classmate is getting married, your classmate is in distress or about to plan a burial, and then they organize those WhatsApp group where friends, committee of friends tend to contribute money, and then you contribute 10k and the person like 10k and you're in the UK. What am I supposed to use 10k for? Like, is the ungratefulness for me? Is the entitlement for me? Some persons are like that. Somebody also mentioned that his cousin was getting married and he sent his cousin a whooping 100k. People don't know what 100k it's in the UK. 100k should be like maybe 40 something pounds. Do you know how many hours you will work your ass off to be able to get 40 something pounds? It's a lot of money. Net income will not even gross. How much is minimum wage here? And somebody will send you 100k and you're like, what am I using 100k for? Is it for transportation? Is it for ewa? Is it for beans or rice or dodo? What is it? Tell me, I want to know. No, that sense of entitlement, we do not want it. And I would like to bring to your notice that a lot of people here do not have a life. Many people in Africa, you guys are living well. You have nannies. I know people will say cheap labor, but then you have nannies, you have someone supporting you. Right now in my home, I look after my family and I know what I go through every day. Lots of us don't even have life. Some people, they are living triangular life from school to work to home, working shifts back to back to be able to earn a living. Because at the end of the day, if they should live in the Western world for let's say 40 years and with nothing to show for it, it's still these Africans, it's still these Nigerians in turn that will say, hey, he left here when he was 23 till now he never even built one block for a papa house, you don't get anything. Or let's say the person ends up coming back empty-handed. It is still you people that will mock these people. So I think at this point, everybody should just chill. Don't be entitled to any money. And you people in the UK, in the Western world, Africans, look after yourself. Prioritize yourself. Put yourself first. I understand that some of us come from background where our family, our people, our parents, our siblings had to come together, contribute their life savings, even sell your family house or sell land or use your family house and land as collateral to be able to get a loan from the bank. People did a whole lot of things to be able to bring you abroad. And then I'm not saying when you come here you should forget them, because all I'm saying is still put yourself first. Still be able to support, but put yourself first, because if you put yourself first, in a matter of time, you would be able to stand on your feet, get a good job, and be able to support them. Because if you put them first and you're not able to stand on your feet here, if you eventually fail, you have no explanation. Nobody is going to listen to your explanation. So at the end of the day, know your family dynamics and know how best to approach them. Understand the importance of saying no. Know when to say no. Not when your family will come with one expenses that that doesn't make sense and you're running around because you feel like you owe them your life, or you feel like they've sacrificed a lot for you. No, don't put yourself in that situation, because you're going to regret it. I'm on this group on Facebook, and someone was like, since she came here, she's been struggling to save. She trains her younger ones in school. She doesn't know how to tell the mom no, because every time the mom keeps demanding for money, and this time around the mom is demanding for a certain amount of money and she doesn't have it. I think the mom is demanding for 100 and something k and she has like 60k to spare. That how will she explain to her mom? I'm like, are you serious? You don't know how to even explain to to your mom that you don't have money, you must be in a really tight box, because I don't understand how you're unable to say no. I'm not here to judge people like that, but if you fall under that umbrella, it's high time you learn how to say no. Very, very important. You need to learn it. You need to know when to draw the line. Otherwise, you will still end up regretting. Like recently, the trend is when you come here, you want to rush and build a house in Nigeria. Who are you building the house for? For cockroaches. And you don't even have a mortgage yet. Do you know that the best thing you can do for yourself is to get a mortgage? People don't even understand this mortgage dynamics. I think I need to come. It's just that my channel is not about finance, because I feel like I need to sit people down and break down this mortgage thing. People don't understand the rationale behind it. When somebody announces that they buy a house on Instagram, for instance, some people come out and say mortgage of 25 years. No, don't miss your mortgage first now and see if the real owner will not come and collect it. And so many talks that are so ignorant, so many talks that just scream ignorance. And I'm like, how ignorant can you be? Do you know that by just buying your first house, you can be able to own 5 houses here, like just within a very short time? People don't even understand it. People don't know that if you buy a house, you don't have to stay in that house in 25 years. You don't have to pay off that house in 25 years. You can always remortgage that house. You can always sell off that house and collect your interest. You see, all the monthly money you're paying into the house, they will come back to you. Your initial deposit will come back to you, and the interest will come back to you effortlessly. You can use it to buy a very big mansion in Nigeria if that's what you want to do, or you can even use it to buy 2 more houses in this country. People don't understand how this mortgage thing works. Okay, granted, we fell into that trap honestly, because when we came to this country, that was the first thing we did. First thing we did was to invest home. But then again, thankfully, God helped us, because the next year we're still able to invest here. But then again, I'm trying to say that you don't have to think about home once you come here. I don't know why people will come here. You don't have a visa sponsorship. Your stay here in the UK is not guaranteed yet. You're still on a student visa, and what you're thinking about is building a house in Nigeria. That financial decision does not make sense. And that's like a pattern now. It's a trend. Everybody wants to build a house once they come here. The first thing they want to do is to buy a land and start building a house in Nigeria. And you're on rent here. You're helping somebody to pay off their mortgage here, and you want to build a house in Nigeria. I'm not against building a house in Nigeria. I'm totally not against it, but my dear, use your sense. Don't be in a haste. In a nutshell, know your family dynamics, learn to say no, know your financial circumstance, and give what you can afford to. And most importantly, don't pour water into an empty basket. Instead, be pouring water into a drum. For example, you can support someone, to go to nursing school. You can support someone to learn a skill. Like your siblings, you can pay their school fees, but not just sending money blindly. Like you place somebody on 100k or 150k blindly, just for the person to use that money to be living life, or to be able to fend for themselves. No, instead, ask that person, what exactly do you want to do with your life, so I can support you on that course, not just sending money blindly. Because when you stop, that's when the problem starts. They will literally forget all the good works, and they don't want to hear any. In fact, they'll be making their plans based on your money that will be coming every month. Trust me, don't do that to yourself. You're literally going to regret it, except of course your parents. You owe your parents everything. Like me, I owe my mother everything in the world. You owe your parents. So your parents, you can be sending money for them to be able to, because what else do you want your parents to do again? Especially if they are advanced. You send money for them to be able to live their life, buy nice clothes, look good. Their kids are abroad, so why not? They need to look good. They need to eat well, eat fruit, eat vegetables, buy their medication. Of course, I support that cause 100%. But not the cause of sending money to young adults with no direction. Please never do that to yourself, because you're literally going to regret it. Because honestly, if most people down there, they are very entitled, very, very entitled, honestly. Anyway, guys, show me your experience in the comment section. This topic is very sensitive, and I just tried myself not to talk too much before people enter me and say I'm an hypocrite or call me all kinds of unpredictable names. So I just hope that I was able to apply lots of caution and sensitivity to this topic. So share with me, of course, your opinions, your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to read them. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you all again. Bye guys.